Hey everybody, I'm saying hello from Spain. Audi invited us to Marbella to present us the all-new Audi TT. And they invited us to Marbella because they were saying, well, Marbella is so beautiful, it's in Spain, it's warm there, it's sunny there. They have like 320 days of sunshine in a year. Isn't it beautiful? Well, let's talk about the Audi TT. The engineers and designers down in South Germany in Ingolstadr, they had the idea to create a sports car with 2 seats in 1995. And it took them until 98 until they released the first Audi TT. It happened in 2006 when Audi released the second generation of the Audi TT. Actually, it was a new car with new engines, new design and everything. And then in 2014, pardon me, in March in Geneva, they presented the all-new Audi TT, which we want to show you today in pouring rain. Well, I think it's time for Mr. Z, for Jan, to show you this nice car.
Well, thanks Sarah, and as you can see it's raining cats and dogs, but I'm here for you to present you the new Audi TT, and here's the beautiful TFSI engine, covered with plastics, but good for 230 horses that have a maximum torque of 370 Newton meters. For the market start in October 2014, Audi is offering 2 other engines. There will be a TDI, so diesel engine with the Ultra badge for perfect efficiency with 184 horsepower, and of course the one and only TTS that comes with 310 horses. When the first Audi TT was released, I kinda liked it, you know. Do you remember the Karmann Ghia? I was thinking, wow, a retro Karmann Ghia, so round. On the other hand, it looked like an elephant stepped on a beetle. However, I still like the proportion and the car itself. But it was very rounded, a little bit feminine, I guess. So nowadays, they put the TT in a completely new dress, which is much more male, masculine. You see the sharp edges here on the hood. You see the single frame grille that got a little bit bigger. And you see the rings on the hood. Does it ring a bell? Yeah. The rings on the hood as well as the size of the single frame grille should remind you of the Audi R8, while the light signature of the TT should remind you of the mighty R18 e-tron, which won the Le Mans series this year. And inside the lights you will have, as an option of course, as an expensive option, the Matrix full LED lights that you might know from the A8 or the S8. And my favorite part in the whole front is this little triangle right here and there, which I think gives the car the real mean look. Anyone ready for some facts? Top speed 250 kilometers per hour equals 155 miles per hour. Acceleration 0 to 62 miles per hour / 100 kilometers per hour, 6 seconds. But we have a stick shift here, so you only reach the 6 seconds when you're shifting very precise. And fuel consumption, the baby takes 5.9 liters on 100 kilometers. At least that's what Audi claims, and that equals 40 miles per gallon. Ho! Cash Money Brothers in the house from Ingolstadr. They deliver the basis model with 17-inch. What you see here are 18-inch alloy wheels, and you can configure even 20-inch from the factory. But to be honest, this is a beautiful sight. There's no doubt about it. We have the Tornado line, which, you know, gives the car a more compact look, and even the roof is not so rounded anymore. It looks just right, doesn't it? We have the side skirt that are lowered a little bit and stick out a little bit more, so even this gives the car a more compact look. Besides that, the car has the same length, so it's not shorter, it's not longer, but the wheelbase grew 4 centimeters. Well, actually 3.7 centimeters. Am I the only one who thinks that the back is not fitting to the sexy front and the beautiful side? I don't know. I think, you know, the front and side, they have edges. They look kind of, you know, compact, strong, male. And the back is still rounded everywhere. Rounded, that's a spoiler that comes out if you reach a certain speed or you press a button inside. Rounded right here where you have the Audi rings. Rounded even down here. Rounded, rounded. I don't like it. Not too much. The exit pipes, compared to the previous model, they pushed them a little bit inside. Well, together, I don't like that too much either. Of course, we have LED rear lights. They look good. Have a nice light, I like them. And another thing I like, so not too many dislikes, is the hood of the trunk that opens very wide so you can easily lift out your stuff and put it back in. Audi says, evolution outside, revolution inside. And I would like to invite you to follow me inside, so I can show you around in this new Audi TT. I find myself in this sporty tiny car and I plain like it. I'm a Mercedes-Benz guy, no doubt about this, and I'm very critical with Audi actually, because I think the interior is kind of boring, you know, always the same, na. But revolution inside here, that's true, it is completely different. It's not so wow exciting, but it's smart, clever, convenient exciting. I've driven the car for quite a while now, and I was very concerned about the center display, which is totally digital now. We have a 12.3-inch display in here that shows the gauges virtually and inside whatever you want to see there. And instead of having an entertainment screen, it's all in between the gauges. You have a view button right here on the steering wheel, and you can switch between 2 modes. Easily you have the gauges big and the whatever you want to see right now very small in between the gauges, like you're used to. Or you push the button and the gauges become really small and you have lots of space for all the other information. I kind of thought I would be really distracted from driving while I have this view, but no, I'm not. It's okay, you know, you see a lot and it's easier when you have a bigger screen to get the information that you need, rather than putting your view aside on a center display, or, you know, like looking really tight to get whatever they're trying to show you. I'm really convinced that this is the right way for Audi. The virtual cockpit works for me. Awesome. I'm really satisfied. With the space left now without the display, the center display, they designed the whole interior, the whole dashboard like an airplane wing. And the swing inside here really makes me feel like I have a little bit more space as a driver, while maybe the passenger on my side has a little bit less space. At least it's the vision. If you see the dashboard as an airplane wing, here we have the engines, and a little bit looks like the turbines of an airplane, and pretty neat. The new concept says that the buttons here have a little display as well, and they have functions as well. You can push them to enable or disable and turn them to increase or decrease the value shown in the display. And of course you can rotate the whole outside to get the air or don't get the air, whatever. The whole car is meant to be very driver focused now, and it works. Not only the virtual cockpit, but everything else is a little bit more towards the driver. So even these little switches right here are facing me, and I like this because it's everything is just in reach, and this is really pretty awesome. I'm sorry, I would like to, you know, say something negative, but there's nothing I can find. Well, one thing at least. We have a 6-speed manual transmission here, and the stick itself is a little bit too big, for me at least. You know, the whole golf ball design, whatever it is, it's just a little bit too big for my hands at least, and the shifting ways are a tiny bit, just a tiny bit too long, at least for my taste. Besides that, I can reach everything. As an option, I have this touchpad where I can, you know, draw letters to put in my navigation destination. Everything works. The steering wheel is a sport steering wheel. We are sitting in an S-line, by the way, so I have an S-line badge not only on the steering wheel but as well on the seats. The steering wheel gives you a good grip. The leather on the sides where you have your hands is perforated, so you don't have problems with sweaty hands. The steering wheel is not too big, and yeah, it works fine for me as well. If we look around, a quick checkup for the daily use. In the door panels we have at least space for little water bottles, maybe half a liter, probably less. And the center we have this little compartment that we can close, so there's enough space for wallet, glasses or your smartphone, which is reasonable because you have 2 USB outlets and an aux in. If we go down here, we have a cup holder, probably good for half a liter, but not for more. And this is kind of funny, we have an armrest here. Let me see. Yeah, that's really convenient. No, but behind the armrest there's a little storage, and there's another cup holder and a 12-volt outlet, or lighter even. No, that doesn't. I'm just trying to, you know. No, doesn't work. We have a gloves compartment that is so tiny that I shouldn't even mention it, because everything that you can put in there is already in there with the driver's manual. We have sunshades, shields with makeup mirrors. Yeah. They are illuminated by an LED light, and we have reading lights for the driver and the passenger. It's pretty neat. You just have to touch the light itself and the LED lights up so you can read easily. I think that's it from the inside so far, so let me jump in the back real quick and show you how an old man tries to sit in the back. Okay, I have a leash here so I can, you know, push forward the seat. And I had to push the whole seat forward myself so I can at least, you know, crawl in here. And it's really cozy, I might say, so there's no space whatsoever for grown-up. Kids might be able to sit here. We have Isofix things for the child seats. We have belt locks that should ease the kids to buckle up themselves. But I mean, even my kids, telling my kids, yeah, just crawl in the back, you know, they would hate me for this, I really think. So this is, you know, if you pick someone up from the club, you know, and want to give them a ride, this might be okay, you know, for a couple of miles or a few kilometers, but no, you don't want to make anyone sit in the back here. I think it's rather an insurance thing, and you can flip the things, of course, and have a little bit more storage for your luggage. I already flipped the first part of the back seat, and here goes the second one. You have a little switch right here, and you get a plain surface. the width of the trunk is about 99 centimeters, and you have a depth of 132 centimeters. And if you go up to the seats, at least if they're pushed forward, it's about 30 centimeters more, so around 1 meter 60 centimeters. The total volumina of the trunk, if you have the back seats flipped, is 712 liters, not gallons. With the back seats in normal states, you still have 305 liters in the trunk. And I was pretty amazed that even our big tripod case fits in here. By the way, we have a 12-volt outlet at the one side. We have a rubber band for maybe a worn vest or some jackets or whatever on this side. And there's a little trap door that gives you access to the battery and to the tire fit and what else you have in there. So here goes my carry-on luggage and a backpack. So all my equipment, I'm on my way and filming car stuff fits in the trunk of the TT. And we even fit in this little thing here. Close the baby. Oh well. And that's it. Oh, by the way, that's how it looks like when the spoiler is outside. You can put up to 400 kilograms inside the Audi TT, which equals about 880 pounds. And you can put up to 75 kilograms on the roof even. And it's not possible to put a hook in the back of the car to pull a trailer, which makes sense, I guess. You know the game. I put a camera in front of me, I drive wherever and tell you about my driving experience. So, pushing the start button, first gear, bye-bye. Well, you know, I'm not Chris Harris and this is not a track. We're actually driving around in Spain on public streets, so no drifting, no bullshitting about anything. I can tell you a little bit about the daily driver qualities of the Audi TT. And once again, cash money brothers, everything is just optional if you don't get the TTS, but just the regular TT. So for instance, we have the Audi Drive Select that gives us different driving modes, from Sporty Mode over Comfort Mode to an individual program, and you feel a significant change, at least in the steering, once you put in the dynamic program. The steering gets more direct, you get more feedback, and it's a little bit more fun, at least on curvy country roads, or like we did here just now on the hills in Spain. The streets in Spain are not as good as the ones in Germany. I'm not really sure about what I think about the suspension. I think it is kind of stiff, it is kind of sporty, but it's still a good, nice ride. I don't have to complain really. The brakes brake. Good job, Audi. And you can control the brakes pretty good, I think. So whatever you do with your foot, the brake is doing for you, and this feels good and gives you a secure feeling while you're driving. Pretty disappointing is the sound of the engine or the exhaust system, or both together. It's not exciting, it doesn't thrill you, it doesn't give you goosebumps. It's just there, you know. Okay, I drive a 4-cylinder, yeah, I can hear it. So there's no magic about the exhaust system, there's no magic about, you know, something they put in here so you feel a little bit more sporty. But as disappointed as I am from the sound, I like the driving. We've been in the hills, in the mountains here, and you know, you have this tiny little streets. that have curves after curve after curve after curve. It doesn't stop. And this baby here has front wheel drive, but it feels like a quattro once you drive. It's just, you know, like a train. You just go on track. You don't it's so hard to explain because the car is so very precise while you steer it. It does exactly what you want. It goes in the curves. It's so much fun to go in the curve. And you know, even on the well, not so good road condition, I hardly had any problems. And so for a daily driver, when you have, you know, on your daily drives a road that has some curves, then this is a good choice because it's really fun. It's fun to drive. We have a sound system in here from Bang & Olufsen, which is quite nice, even if you turn up the music real loud, even if you go with some hip-hop, R&B, or even some metal. It does a good job, and it's a good choice to configure your car with. After driving with a virtual cockpit a little bit more, I don't have anything to add. I'm still very, very pleased with this function. I like it to toy around when the traffic is getting a little bit slower, but still it gives me all the information I need, and it's very useful. So once again, good job, Audi. Well, our test drive was way too short to give you some numbers about the fuel consumption, especially especially the ways we drove were not really, you know, a good sample of daily driving. I mean, if you go on good speed and curvy roads, you know, you shift a lot and it takes some fuel. So I can't really tell you if the values that Audi claim are really worth trusting. I already told you we have a manual transmission here. The gearbox works very precise. The shifting ways are easy. They're still a bit too long for my taste, and I really don't like the shape of the shift stick. It's a little bit too big for my hands. Still, shifting works with charm, and there's nothing to complain about. It's time for me to say goodbye. I hope you liked my little review about the Audi TT, and you tune back in next time when it is ZZZ again. Excuse my strong accent. I say goodbye. Give me a like. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. See you later. And thanks for giving us the right car, because do you see a TTS badge on there? No. 14, and for the market start they have two different well, you might be a little bit quicker with the S-tronic, and if you want to reach the 6, that's bullshit. And I think that will give the car the real ass bad look. Blah. Scheiße, schon wieder falsch. Badass hieß das. So, I think we got a cool badass front. We have a beautiful side line, and we have a sexy back.